Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at two highly important messages that are meant to reach you right now. To do this reading, I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. If you, of course, prefer to pick your piles using, I see the 3 cards, using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Okay, so let's check out what cards we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the card Oppressor. For pile number 2, you've got the card Strategist. And for pile number 3, you've got the card Call to Change. Very interesting cards, and I really wonder what highly important messages are going to come out of these 3. I'm really wondering. Okay, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the Snowflake Obsidian. For pile number 2, you've got the Tiger's Eye. And for pile number 3, you've got the Green Moss Agate. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. Today is a highly important message, or several important messages, and so, as always, actually, let your intuition lead the way. Since they are highly important messages specifically today, I would highly recommend you more so tune into your intuition and see. Are you just drawn to one pile? There's one that's calling you in. That's the one. Then this shall be your pile. Do you feel like, I actually feel drawn to 2 piles? No, today I feel drawn to all of the piles. You never know. They might be the very same 2 messages, but although they seem super different to everyone, you're the only one that understands how you're getting different sides to these 2 important messages. And this is how it works. It's the same message. Everybody hears it as an intuitive person in their own way. They know what spirit is communicating to them when they hear these messages. They're the only ones that understand how these different messages relate specifically to what they're meant to hear. And that's the magic really of it all. And this is why I always encourage you guys to listen to your intuition. That's the most important thing. Whether it's just one pile, several, or maybe all, you might just hear a different perspective that will make everything click if you're drawn to several. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then as you know, my dear soul family, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you so that you can pick your piles using your signs. It's a fun way to pick the piles, and I wanted to incorporate that in for you guys. Okay, you can sometimes pick it through your intuition. Sometimes you might feel like, I feel like going by my zodiac sign today. It's really all up to you. Okay, so in a moment, I will be pulling out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Right, so let's get straight into it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the signs for the first pile. we've got Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, as well as Cancer. For pile number 2, the signs are Taurus, Libra, Virgo, and Capricorn. And for pile number 3, the signs are Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, as well as Aries. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. In fact, as I was talking, I got this, I don't know what to call it, like channeled idea that hit my head. Something about if your pile has your sun and moon today, or was it rising? I forgot which one I channeled. I think it was rising. I don't think it was moon. Your sun and rising. If your pile has your sun and rising, yes, I think it was the rising. If your pile has your sun and rising, go by that today. Okay, so just a specific message that I heard in my mind. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times, and my dear soul family, I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at 2, and when I said 2, I think I got 2 cards here. It's just 1. 2 highly important messages that are meant to reach you right now. I'm preparing for the 2 when I pull out your oracle cards now. And so if you're interested in any of the cards, by the way, that I use, you will find that I always list their names down in the description box for you guys. Okay. So yeah, let me very quickly introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Snowflake Obsidian. Your significator card is the Oppressor card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, I think it's this one, as well as Cancer. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Always follow your intuition, and if after the reading you also felt called to watching the pile with your sign, you can always do that. Okay, so let's get straight into it and see what's going on here. Why is the Oppressor the significator card? What are the cards going to reveal? I can't wait to find out. So you've got, for the first message, Mercury in Pisces with the keyword trust. All right. You've got the Skunk and Magnolia with protection. Oh, I love to see that. Right. You've got Retreat. You can see compasses here, broken compasses. And you've got Globe. So some of the keywords here are map making, Columbus, astronomy, discovery, ships, planet exploration, oceans, coordinates, how interesting. Flat earth theory, longitude, latitude, all of that. Okay, right, so let's take a look at your tarot cards. Interesting compilation of cards, really. you've got the king, the king. The 5 of Wands. Are you afraid of something? Do you feel like someone or something is oppressing you? 5 of Wands, or challenging you, perhaps? Competing with you. It's not... okay, let's wait. 5 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Let's see what this is all about. 2 of Wands. The Chariot. As well as the High Priestess. Do we have space for one more card? No, that's where we're stopping. We'll pull out more tarot cards as we go along, but let's just pause and see what this is talking about. A skunk and magnolia with protection. I think your reading today talks about someone who was dear to you that highly betrayed you. And I say that because the seal reminds me of the Inuit goddess Sedna. Do you know that story of goddess Sedna? It's a very sad one, but I'll say it to you very quickly so that we don't really get too much into the story. But long story short, Sedna had hopes, just like any daughter in the world, that her father would save her. And as they were sailing through the sea, I think as I remember, her father... her father looked out for himself. He was afraid of her husband, as she was her cruel husband who she was running away from. And she fell into the sea, and as she clung to the ship to try to get back up, her own father betrayed her. He chopped off her fingers and she fell into the sea, falling with shock. You know, sometimes you would think, oh my God, this must have been violent. This must have been brutal to get her fingers chopped off like that. But imagine in a moment like that, when that's the last thing on your mind, really, it's the shock of watching your own father do that. It doesn't continue as a sad story. She becomes the goddess of the sea, and her fingers turn into new creations in the sea of seals and whales, and she has this awesome new family that's always there for her. It's almost like she leaves a world that didn't deserve her and creates her own beautiful world. But what I'm trying to say here is your reading is focusing on someone, like it says the skunk. And if I'm not mistaken, I think one of the ways you would describe someone who's bad, you would say he's a skunk, right? Or am I wrong about that? I think I'm right. So what I'm trying to say is that it seems your reading, as you can see, is highly focused on someone today who should have been a dear person who highly betrayed you, caused a huge emotional wound in some way. In fact, Mercury in Pisces is if someone has a Pisces placement in Mercury, it shows that their communication with others is through Pisces. Pisces is highly spiritual. They're easy to forgive. They're easy to give another chance, and that's not because they're naive, or for some it could be. But all I'm trying to say is that Pisces are highly spiritual people by nature. Their understanding of the world is that They grow, they learn, they're into the magic, and that's their nature. And so it could be translated most of the time, and that's where they really need to learn about the reality, to ground themselves and know that not everyone's really in tune of their growth and reflection and imagination and seeing into the magic, and thus being automatically connected to spirituality and growth in the way that they are. And so they can, a lot of the times, trust and be absolutely betrayed over and over. And so I'm seeing here that there was a great hit by someone in your life that would, just like the skunk and how they release that horrible odor, I feel like you have trusted someone who did not deserve that trust and continues to spew toxicity and bad behavior that sticks around for a long time. And I see your reading is talking about how maybe you've been lost trying to find your way, the compasses and the globe. This really kind of like put you off your compass. What is it called? You know how when birds navigate through by attuning to the magnetic waves, just like compasses. I feel like you've got disturbed, and do you see the waves, that your attunement, being able to attune to your psyche, to your intuition, to what you naturally are able to perceive as right or wrong. Something here happened and you lost the way maybe for a very long time, really not knowing what to believe anymore. Because with the Five of Wands, this competitive spirit where you come across as highly spiritual came as a shock to you. You know how you see how these wolves are barking at each other. One seems to be very calm, evolved. One seems to still be in there, behaving from a instinctive level, trying to survival mentality. And so I feel like with the hands reaching like that for a long time, you've been trying to reach out to the right people, reach to connect with the Two of Wands, finding the right focus, like finding your focus back, understanding of the world, trying to find your understanding, trying to find your way in the world. But also at the same time, there's no question that you got so in tune with your emotions, Pisces. This allowed you, on the other hand, you know, the yin and the yang. One hand, you've lost your way, I would say, on earth, but you got so attuned to your psychic powers. The veils have opened for you. And so in one way, it could have like disrupted you so much, but it allowed you to put all of your focus in another way, which will be the very doorway now that will help you find your compass here. It's the yin and the yang. You get so tilted towards one energy that it forces you to go to the other energy and thus find the middle ground. So I'm seeing here for you a level up with the Four of Wands. The highly important message is that you are now, do you see, entering a new territory. And so you could have spent most of your life. Oh, I just saw something with the magnolia. I'll get to it in a moment. So you could have spent most of your life being attuned to one energy, or at least from that point, whatever that was, maybe the last 2 years, maybe the last 6 months, depending on when you've been shocked by this person. Attuning to your spiritual side, finding your way. High Priestess, you seem now to have gone so into the High Priestess energy that, the High Priestess possesses secret information. The scroll here is what we see from the High Priestess. The High Priestess is not there, but we see the scroll. One of the important symbolism of the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, by the way, just to let you know where we're going, is able to take the shadow and the light, the two opposing energies, and unite them. And so I really feel your message is talking about that today, how you're moving to the opposite energy now. So, to put it together, you've attuned to very important information. I don't know, these days, the last part of your life, maybe this led you to this information, but there's something about you having full access to a type of information here. And this information that you received from that side is now going to help you, or help you, where you will feel really drawn to get to the other side. So, while you could have spent a long time in this High Priestess energy, spiritual energy, moving towards your North Node, being attuned to the magic, knowing about things and hearing about things others don't know, understanding your dreams, like all the magic that comes with this. And you see the black and white again. Wow. Now, I see your message is you're moving towards very different energy, the earth energy. Now is the time where you will use this information and you will find yourself naturally now being more drawn to the earth. That's like, I'm not saying you're not going to be connected anymore. No. But I'm saying where your attention is going, more towards the earth. It's almost like you're now fixing your compasses. And how is that happening? As I noticed with the magnolia is an ancient flower and it has thick skin. It's not easy to poke for insects to poke hole through it. So yeah, I feel like you're building thick skin. In fact, speaking about skin, I know that in Norse mythology, the seals, there's something about the seals having magical skills magical skills because of their skin. And sometimes when they turn into their human form, it was easily stolen. So what I'm trying to say is there is something pertaining to the skin and you moving into your human form, so to speak. Which actually makes us think when you start moving into that earth energy rather than that spiritual energy, be careful because you're vulnerable. You don't want to be vulnerable and losing so much of that connectivity. But I would say also, you've experienced one extreme, you're going through that other extreme now to find your balance. So even if you're losing a little bit, don't worry about it, just go through the experience itself. You're meant to experience both to find the balance. That's the way the High Priestess finds the balance. Don't push anything away, but always be reflective and observant. So the message here is that you're now, and there's the fixed compass right there, just noticed it. You're now going to fix your compass in your earthly experience. You're going to be more grounded, much more grounded. And you're going to learn to, hit back. You're going to learn, it doesn't have to be hit back. The wolves are savvy. At least you're going to learn about how things work and attune to that energy, it seems. It seems that this is what's going on here. You will learn with protection, with the thick skin, to protect yourself. There's something about thicker skin and you learning how to protect yourself. You're learning how the game works, The fours, you're learning to be more grounded, because that's an energy that is equally important. So there seems to be a level up, a refocus, a new direction going on. And I want to see, when it comes to your first message, how is this shift going to happen for you? Since this is the most highly important message that you're meant to know about now. Death, rebirth. You're definitely going through a lot of changes, for sure. Action of Swords, that's the Knight of Swords. A shift in mindset with the Knight of Swords. A shift in mental direction, shift of thoughts, shift of interests. Oh my God. Shifts, yeah. Everything we do, our experiences, the reactions we get, even the reflections that we get from the world, is a byproduct of how we think. And so that shift is happening because I think here there's something about your mind's changing, your interests changing, your beliefs changing. Something happened here. With the death rebirth, something integral happened within you as a high priestess person, I would say. Oh, like, be free to say, yeah. You found some information, or you've connected to a thought, you've connected to an understanding that will change who you are at the core. And sometimes, a lot of the times this happens. One thought, one information could change who a person becomes and what they believe in with the Knight of Swords. You know, a Knight of Swords is sometimes associated with having great faith towards something, a great belief, hardcore belief in your mind. The Knight of Swords, it just doesn't look right, doesn't look left, believes in something so much, and they move towards that unapologetically in such a strong way. They don't deviate. That is where they're going. So I really feel like there's a thought here, and funny enough, you find that earthly thought in the spiritual realm amidst your search and, let's say, more obsession in a good way, not in a bad way. Your love, your desire, how you're drawn to it so much. You find that seed of earth in that high priestess realm that causes a huge shift in your direction, your thoughts, your interests. And almost to a point, you know how when we see the seal in magic, in seals, the seal turns into a human with seal magic skin. It's like that spiritual person who becomes an earthly person. I hope you understand the symbolism I'm using here. Who becomes more interested in the looks, like a person who's so interested in things like surface level conversation, understanding the dynamics and games of life, playing the games of life, pursuing the things maybe that you weren't interested in before. So now there's a shift of mindset because of a new learned understanding from the spiritual realm itself. And you're now shedding skin, and you're growing and changing as we're speaking. You're not yet going to merge the two, but expect a new direction to happen, where you're moving from one extreme to another. And both of them will help you find your balance, find that super important integration. You know, this is Pisces at the end of the day, is the 12th house. It's the transcendence, it's the closure, it's the North Node. Finally wrapping up a mission. And that experience could have helped you move very quickly to that extreme. And within that extreme, you find the seed to the other. And now your message is, by the way, just know you're really going to change as a person. You're not losing your spirituality, but be careful as you're glowing in the skin of spirituality, be careful with that. I'll get guidance on what you're meant to be careful here, but now you're moving into more the compass, the navigation of having your mind shift, being grounded on earth, not way up there. So yeah, that's what I see. Your interest is shifting, and thus your compass is shifting, and that's a good thing. Don't worry about that. So as you're getting in there, how can you not lose your skin? You're building thicker skin here, but how are you guided not to use your magical skin, so to speak? What's your guidance there? 8 of Swords. Don't be so attached, right? If you're not attached, you integrate easily. I think that is the most important energy that I see. If you are able to enjoy the awesome things that are coming with this earthly enjoyment, because there's enjoyment here just as you found it there, if you're able to enjoy that without being attached, because it seems to me that you're about to get into a ride of great joy. You're going to enjoy so many awesome things about what comes with the earth, what your soul, all of our souls wanted to experience when we came to earth, right? So your perspective is changing. Your vision was blurred because your head was way up there in the magic world. Now you're refocusing and seeing, like being in the present. And you're going to enjoy so much, a level up in joy. Do you see they're partying, they're enjoying life, it's full of color. You're really going to enjoy life, and that's not an understatement here. You're going to learn how to do that, and your mind's going to shift towards that direction. If you want to integrate these two as you're going through the other extreme, your guidance is, if you don't get, how can your spirituality be robbed, so to speak, the magic skin, is if you get attached. As you get into your human body from the mermaid, don't get attached too much to the joy. Like, enjoy it without the attach. Always be ready to release it when it's time to release. Don't get attached. Yeah, that's what I can tell you that I see right now in your reading. So that's the first highly important message. You're changing as a person. Don't be shocked. Don't feel guilty or guilt or shame, because these are lower vibrations. Don't feel like you're losing yourself. You're only integrating. Okay. Now, the second highly important message that is meant to reach you right now is what? Oh, you're so excited about the second one here. Sun in Libra with harmony. Wow. Okay. I wonder if this balance is about you or about the situation or about something else. Let's be patient. So harmony. Always nice to see harmony. All right. The raccoon and sycamore with curiosity. Memory. Let's wait and see. As well as vehicle. You keep getting vehicle, movement, chariot. So taxi, car chase, race car, motorcycle, toy car. Follow that car. Okay. You've got the 4 of Cups. Your world's changing into color. You keep getting that. Your world's changing into color. I'd love to see that for you. So 4 of Cups. 9 of Cups, the golden egg. I really have a strong feeling in this pile that you're going to get unique things. I mean, how many of us get to see a golden egg, right? A unique experience that not many are lucky to get. That's the magical skin that you have. That's what happens when we find balance, which is there. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. Mastery. I almost feel like you're moving into the tree of life. That gives me a lot of ideas on what's going on here. You've got the Spirit of Swords, Queen of Swords, as well as the Five of Swords. Look at that winning trophy in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so what is this saying with your significator card, the Oppressor? Winning in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Memory. Vehicle. Let me think about it. I think I'm starting to connect the dots. The Queen of Swords is giving us information. There's a veil here. There keeps being a veil. So I would say memory here. It's taking us to that specific past situation, right? The memory is taking us back to this point. What I am seeing is that you may have felt like you lost, because the Five of Swords is you can see fives, that's challenging energy for sure. You could have maybe lost this situation in the past, but there's a trophy here. So there's something about you now winning over that situation. Maybe you felt like you had little to do. Maybe you felt like you wanted to do something about it, but you had so many things tying you, you couldn't move back then. And that person used that power, took advantage of the fact that you couldn't do much back then. Weird, but out of nowhere, you win somehow. There's a balance to this situation now. This person felt larger than life because of how they felt back then, how small you were. That's how they thought. And small here means how you had your hands tied, you couldn't do much, that you didn't have perhaps as much power as they had. And from nothing, you win now. This is a reading giving you a little prediction with the veil from the other side. It's almost like a crown chakra transfer of information. I want to say that this reading is giving you foresight into the future, near future. That you will be permanently winning something, permanently attaining a great advantage, or with the Nine of Cups, a huge wish, a unique one, might I say, from the situation. And while it has had a permanent mark on you, first of all, the permanent mark with the Eight of Pentacles is turning into mastery. It's also giving you, instead, it's turning into permanent skill. Eight of Pentacles, permanent mastery over how you show up. The tattoo is something that we show often, love, right? It's an art that we love. And look, it's that same wolf. What a coincidence. So I feel like you're turning into a master. And we've already seen that in the past reading. The first half of your message. The first highly important message. The second one seems to be a permanent fulfillment from this situation. And so the car here shows you are permanently moving forward from this, situation in your life. Closed chapter. When it comes to everything, your spiritual lesson, your growth, the awesome things that are changing because of it. And I will try to get what this awesome thing is. But I feel something. You know how the raccoon is very shy? And maybe this situation made you shy from... Could be a shy person, because look at the contrast between the skunk and the raccoon. One's very shy and one is very bold, spewing bad odor on everyone. They're both different types of fears, if you ask me. The skunk, when in fear, spews that bad odor. The raccoon hides, shies away. So I'm feeling like here you are getting in balance. There's a huge emphasis from the first part of your reading about how you're mastering a lesson, how that perhaps shyness or whatever emotion that you shied away from is now coming into balance. So the balance is all over your reading. You're finding your balance. That memory is in the past now. And you've got a diamond, you've got something to value for the rest of your life from that memory. It's no longer that bad feeling, but instead you're moving forward to mastery and a wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups happening. You win. So I want to ask about these 3 cards. What are you winning? And what's that wish fulfillment that's unexpectedly with the 4 of Cups changing your life? What's that win? What are you winning? King of Pentacles. Some of you are actually winning money or some form of resource. That's also a chair. It could be a huge position of power. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is happiness, extreme happiness. It's also a card of family. Maybe you're winning a community. Maybe you're winning both resources, wealth, and position, and a community. Wow, that's a big thing here. Right. So expect that to happen in a weird fate of events. Be curious, your card says. And I think with curiosity, you're just going to wait and see. When it happens, you're going to see it because, sycamore is related to an old story in the Bible of how I can't remember his name, Zacharias or something, if I'm not wrong, stood on the tree of the sycamore tree to get a glance at Jesus. Here it talks about the highly spiritual experiments. Perhaps this is a healing experience, you watching a healing experience. He watched Jesus pass through the town, so it's like a 1 in a million type of event that you get to watch, right? So I'm seeing that when the time comes, you will be seeing a magical event that will be very healing to you. And that's what I'm seeing with the raccoon here. Time, you will find out, and you will find out how you're going to get this win. Seems like there are huge resources involved in your story, as well as a huge group of people who you will love. Okay, so with the 4 of Cups, what's the surprise wish fulfillment that is happening here? This is going to turn into a full-blown happy ending here. Do you see that? That's why you are meant to hear about it now. Temperance. And not everyone gets to see that happy ending. It seems like it's a unique situation where you do get to see it. So Temperance, wow, the white feather, like you're getting a huge message today. It is highly important that you hear this. A new step of balance. This is, there's an emphasis on the Philosopher's Stone that changes regular metal into gold. So a huge transformation into your life. You stepping into new experience that is a huge transformation for you. The Star, oh my God, this is like your biggest dream. My God, what is that? 2 major arcana. The Hermit, 3 major arcana. Guys, I will tell you at least what this huge dream is about. You're stepping outside of some form of darkness. You're finally finding the light. There, you were lost for so long. This could be, subconscious mind, pains and wounds. A wish that you feel will help take you out of this wound. A real happy ending. You step outside, you find your balance and you step outside. This is a huge deal with the white feather being your spiritual message that is meant to reach you now regarding this situation. There's a huge thing going on in your life. Your whole world will change because of your biggest wish that you have, or perhaps the biggest thing that you are trying to heal. And you're finally finding the light at the end of the tunnel. You will be out very soon with a grand wish in your hands. This is the biggest wish that you have. And that wish arose due to that very situation one day. So you're definitely moving forward. Follow that car, follow that message, follow that guidance of first following your mind. Don't be afraid to get to the other side, but at the same time balance it by not being stuck or attached. And boy, are you gonna be hearing something with regards to this situation and how everything is changing. A true shift of fate, a shift of power as well happening here. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck with that. It seems like, to be honest with you, it seems like this is a time of a shift of power, because these days I've been bombarded in your readings of some oppressor, shift of power, people getting their rights back. I don't know, again, I'm not an astrologer, but I find out about astrology through the cards, and then and I'm blessed to have a lot of astrology experts who always explain what we're seeing in the cards. So if you would like to do that, guys, do know I read it and I love it and I love learning from you. Something astrologically is going on, some form of, even like on an international level, of huge reforms, huge shifts of power, it seems. And yeah, that's what I see in your reading, how that energy is affecting you. And I wish you the best of luck with what's to move forward. If you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you love my work and wish to do so. And my dear pile number 1, sending you so much love. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at 2 highly important messages that are meant to reach you right now. And I'll be taking 2 from each deck to prepare for the 2 messages. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you guys always ask me about them. Do note that I list them down in the description box. Even in the shorts, I list them right under the video. You can find any deck that I use listed. Okay, so your crystal is the beautiful Tiger's Eye. Your significator card is the Strategist. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, and Virgo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their pile. Follow your intuition always if this is what resonates with you and this is the way you prefer to pick your piles, and don't worry about anything else. All right, so this will be your second message. Let's take a look at the first. You've got, criminal. So right off the bat, something is wrong here. It's referring to maybe someone who's done something bad to you, especially that you've got chess as a game, like there's a winning move or something. Let's find out. Just an initial understanding. It may turn out to be something totally different. But you've got defense attorney, criminal, plea bargain, wanted poster. That's some of the keywords. You've got planning. Ooh, you're really strategizing something here. Okay. All right. Brilliant. Ooh, moon in Leo with pride. Okay. Frog and lotus with metamorphosis. I can't believe the energy that's being repeated in every pile these days. I just told pile number 1 about it. I mean, you guys see, I shuffle in camera. These are the cards that keep repeating itself. I see a general energy of people who were in power or people who misused their power, did something wrong, were in their ego energy, that there's a metamorphosis, there's a huge transformation going on energy-wise, and people are getting their rights back. And the more I see these cards, the more I'm starting to, like, I'm not an astrologer, I always say that, but I always depict through the cards when an energy keeps repeating itself over and over in a span of time. I start realizing there must be something astrologically going on, and that's the energy that's repeating itself these days. The energy of someone who's misusing their power in such a wrong way, and rights are coming back or something. I would say that anyone who's doing anything wrong to anyone is such a move that's not smart these days, because everyone's like it's a time where you're not lucky. People are not lucky with that. They do something wrong, they pay for it right away. So yeah, if you have someone that you know in your life that's usually a winner when they do something wrong, it's not their time. Astrologically these days, I don't know what's going on, but there's a huge transformation in that energy. But let's continue. Just an observation. I had to get it out of my chest because of how much I see it in the cards. So you've got the star card. Even the shorts, some of the shorts were one of the shorts was a chess game and a smaller piece winning the bigger piece. It's unbelievable. From different decks, guys. From different decks. It's the same thing. Okay. So I got it off my chest. Star card, judgment card. Page of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. As well as, I think we can fit one more tarot card here. And take a look at the energy of your first highly important message. 5 of Wands. A fight over something, and then here there's harmony. What is going on here? And what is your highly important message? Look at that. This seems to be a collective, like it could be you and your family, you and your team at work, you and some group of people, could be your country, who knows. There is an awakening in the group, like maybe many people finding out about something. And while they used to fight together, now they're in unity. The eyes, do you see the eyes? They're finding out, they're opening up their eyes and finding out about something coming to them from the sky. Speaking of the star card, like it's time for divine truth or something. And it has to do with someone in your community. There's a power game going on here. So why is this a highly important message for you? Good question. Why? Well, somehow it is giving you a new opportunity, maybe one that you're not expecting, a new chapter, a new page, with the Page of Pentacles. In any case, first thing you're gonna notice, and we'll find this highly important message for sure, but first of all, one of the opportunities you're getting with this collective understanding of something, divine truth, is that you're finding harmony, the Two of Cups, with some people that you were always arguing and competing, or they competing with you, you're challenged with, arguing, I would say. You're finding a lot of harmony with the very people you used to argue with, first of all. So there's a new page there with them. And these are important people in your life. It could be your community, your team at work, your family, your friends. That same energy that is on a grander scale is also in effect in the smaller scale. Your home, your community, your team, your group of friends, your family. Yeah. So you're winning. You are winning. Although the page is the smallest of the court cards, this one of the smaller pieces is winning the big pieces. It's a checkmate, in fact. So you're winning over some form of big guys. Hold on, guys. I know. Just give me a chance. I will find it. Because Moon and Leo with pride, these are like people with huge egos. Oh my God. The emotions in Leo with pride. These, you're winning over people with big egos, almost with the aura here, thinking they are untouchable. And somehow, we'll find out in a moment, that's making you change or making you highly adaptable, moving from land to water, like moving to new environments or being between environments. I will find it. Someone huge, a person with a huge ego in your life, in your community, in your city, country, something like that. Someone with huge pride has been winning the game for so long, and it had an effect on everyone, including you. Caused a rift between people. And now is the time where they get caught. Now, this catching is a checkmate because there's a shift in power where the people with smaller power get to win, right? You are, with the Page of Pentacles, amongst those who are lucky to get an opportunity with the change and the rise of this situation. And hence the transformation of the situation. Transformation in this person, transformation in everyone, and transformation in your life. Frogs are amphibians. They live in both the land and the water, which makes them survive better or have more things to explore, more territory, allowing them to escape. If they're in the water and there's a dangerous animal there, they can get out of the water into the land and escape that territory, because this is where the limitations lie for this animal. They go out into the land and they can escape that dangerous animal because they get another territory that animal cannot get. And I'm getting the idea that with the new reforms going on, or that are about to happen, you will find that you now have access to something that you're able to get access to due to the time spent within what you saw was difficult, due to the very thing this person or this power put you in. You will find yourself in a very unique position amongst some others or many others that will find that they have that very unique situation as you. Perhaps there's a wake up, new laws, maybe new rules, I don't know. But you will find that the very pain point that you had will be your winning point now. And you will find that your community is no longer fighting you, but is standing with you. There's a huge awakening happening. And you are amongst the beneficiaries of this collective awakening because of this situation. It's like time is telling you, I have a great advantage for you. Star shows that this is something that you couldn't even dream of. Like there's stars on the face. It's almost like a wish coming true that you didn't know you could wish for, is my intuitive interpretation of what I'm seeing here. A wish coming true that you didn't think could be a wish that you can wish for. And so the question now is, what is this advantage other than the harmony, the obvious harmony happening with your community or your team or whatever, or your family, whatever that these people represent? Oh, this one fell. Let's take it. What is this great advantage that you are holding due to the metamorphosis that you've gained because of time? And I feel like this one specific is a message from time to you. Like, look what I can do for you, or look what can happen through me, or something. Look at the wonders of time, or something. Look at when time comes into full circle, or something like that. But it's definitely a message from time for you. Look what I planned for you. Look how I can help you, or something. Big message here. So what is this huge benefit that you will be holding due to the metamorphosis of energy through time? 8 of Pentacles. Oh, sorry. 8 of Pentacles. Six of Cups. I know this is not what it's talking about, but it reminds me, when I look at these two cards, of, you know how they tell you when you invest at a very early age, like you use your money at a very early age, by the time you grow up, time is in your favor. So you get to make a lot of wealth. It could be that for you, right? I'm not negating that. Maybe this is your situation. But that's the intuitive idea, at least, behind something working out for you because of the passing of time. Just like how money compound, for example, interest works for someone over time. Something here is working out for you due to the compound of that energy over time. That seems to be a very potent energy in your reading. Do you see? Queen of Wands. No, I need one more card. Chariot. It reminds me of the chariot of the sun in Norse mythology, moving from one end of the sky to the other, from one world. You have something that has to do with territory, moving from one end to another kind of energy. Let me reflect on this because this seems to be big here. I can't wait to find out for you what this is. So compound of time and moving from one end to another. Giving you a power of something. Wow. The cat has 9 lives, so this could be about survival. From the night to the day, could be talking about the advantage of how when time passes, the truth comes out maybe. Or there is a cycle in life, it must happen. You know how like with the Wheel of Fortune, that what goes down must come up and what comes up must go down. It is just the cycle of life, and that you are at a point, one of these major points, you're at one of these celestial, so to speak, major points where there's shifts happening. You are witnessing that energy, and that's why you're lucky to have that, be at the right place at the right time, to have that advantage. And so this is what it could be, the passing of time. You are at the pinnacle with the 8 of Pentacles. You are at the pinnacle of that energy. Perhaps being born during a time like that is your advantage, and you are at the pinnacle when that shift in celestial shift in energy is happening, giving you a power and an advantage to be one amongst those who get to have that benefit. That's exactly what I'm seeing. You know, it's like when there is a revolution, and because of a revolution, like in the 17th century or something, during that revolution, the kings brought down, and some of the people who were considered poor become rich, and there is a huge shift in dynamics and power because of that time. Similarly, I really feel this is a wish you couldn't even think you can wish. And now I understand you're reading clearly. Due to the reform, due to your position during that reform, because of that time you exist in, you get to witness great, not just you, many get to witness a great shift in power, causing many to come in harmony together as the truth is revealed. And you get to expand your territory, get to experience a different territory, you know, get to experience another world along with yours. And you will be witnessing many with whose pride is making them fall. And shift in power here going on. And you get an advantage. I think you're going to find out exactly what that advantage is in due time. But you're meant to know about this. And you are witnessing that advantage, or you're going to have that advantage because of that celestial moment, that shift in energy. It's a cyclical energy, and you're at the pinnacle of one of these right now. And that's exactly what I see as your highly important message that is meant to reach you right now, which kind of answers the question that I've really been wondering about as a reader over and over. I think I finally got the answer in your pile. Okay, so that's what's going on, it seems. And now let's take a look at your second highly important message that is meant to reach you right now, pertaining to the strategist as well. So you've got the goat and willow with overcoming obstacles. You've got Sun in Gemini with communication. Wow. Release. Wow. Is this a release of karma? Wow. Wow. You've got insects. Let's see what are some of these keywords. Exterminator, hive, fire ants, bug, creepy crawlies, aliens, invertebrate, swarm, scarab, parasites, rotting body, flies, many legs, inconsequential, hornet's nest, wasp, and buzzing. You know, we look at insects and there's a crawling feeling when we look at the insect. Like, I really wonder why. We look at them and we go, Let's see what this is. What is your second highly important message here that you're meant to hear right now? So, you've got the Magician, the Nine of Pentacles. Whoa, look at that. High Priestess, and it fell. It's almost like revealing a secret to you very quickly. Fleeting moment. Three of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. You know, with parasites here, and this being your significator card, I feel like you're going to have a huge sigh of relief over some energy that was being parasitical, symbolically speaking, like maybe taking something from you, causing strain, causing pain with the Three of Swords. And you're going to release that. Go, oh, I don't have to deal with this type of energy anymore. It says overcoming obstacles. I feel like you're moving past something that you had to regularly deal with this opportunity or with this advantage. I will call it advantage, great advantage that you're getting with this change in times. And there is something about someone quickly letting you know about something secret. It's like, we saw the High Priestess, it fell like this. It's so secret. Like they're giving you a scoop, a peek into something, a little peek into something. Perhaps it's a sneak peek into something. I would like to get more information about this sneak peek, please, because it seems to be a huge part of your reading. I mean, if you're meant to find out in due time, you will. But just more information about the relevance of this sneak peek, this important communication being passed on to you. Why is it important and what role is it playing in the second row? Please, for pile number 2. King of Cups. Wow. 10 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. What is this information and its relevance? Again, the celestial event. Giving you and others generously, also talking about equality. There continues to be something for you with the 10 of Cups about harmony in your community. Harmony between you and your community. That's very strong. We see it with the 10 of Cups here. Right? But then there's standing out the King of the Cups. Maybe someone will give you a spook because a scoop. Maybe, yeah, it is a scoop, isn't it? Will give you a peek into something, will give you some important information. because there seems to be something about you being really loved. Yeah. With these changes, there's something about maybe the truth coming out, you being loved because of it or something. You get to act a role of a hero maybe. But you're really loved with this event. And someone gives you a scoop into something. Like, you don't talk much about it, they shouldn't tell you, but they're going to tell you anyway. Parrots talking, repeating something. They're going to repeat some news to you that's highly secretive. I don't know why this is so relevant, but I do see the results though. Magician and the 9 of Pentacles. This will allow you the secret to be able to manifest something very important to you. You are going to take it slow with the 7 of Pentacles. Use this information wisely, slowly. It's going to help you manifest something over time if you begin now, after hearing it. It's this, the Magician and the 9 of Pentacles definitely talks about manifestation. And so they will let you in on a secret. While it's kind of like while everyone got to know the scoop, you're getting 2 cups. You're getting an even more into that scoop. And with this, you will be able to manifest something important to you, albeit slowly. It takes time to do that, but at least you know you can do it, and at least you're starting to do it. I feel like the second part of your reading is not telling us exactly what it is. You're meant to know that major things are about to change in your life, especially when it came to an obstacle that was standing in your way, making things move slow, taking a lot from you, taking a lot of advantages from you. And with the release of this information, you get to release that, you get to move past it. But there's also something about... so when that is released, it gives you more flexibility with the willow tree. Much more flexibility. Things were tight. But there's something about you being given a peek into important information. While most people got most of it, I feel like you get to know more. Everyone got to know everything there is to know. That's everyone's right. But I feel like you're getting a scoop into something private. And this is allowing you to fulfill a dream that is manifest a dream that is very important to you. And you begin right away. You begin building that dream. This information is important to you spiritually with the 3 of Swords, because it will genuinely help you in something private to you too, pertaining to healing an old wound. And this path allows you to manifest, yes, something very important to you, but it will also serve as a great healing journey for you. So yeah, awesome times to come. I can't tell you enough about this shift in polarities. I think this is a great celestial time to witness. And I can't wait to find out from you guys what is this huge benefit. Maybe one day we'll all find out, who knows, this great benefit that you will be holding. But you're about to release from your life many heavy emotions that came from the outside of some form of parasitical energy, of having to make use of something that didn't have the right really to make use of. And you get to bypass that. Goodbye. Move past that. Life becomes more flexible. And perhaps things like money is more flexible. It's able to get you more things. Or maybe what you do is able to get you more results. It really depends on how this is going to translate for you. But yeah, also with regards to that, there's extra information that you're getting, extra benefit of someone repeating some information that's highly secretive. And as mentioned, you're going to be using it greatly to your healing journey and to your favor. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see as the 2 highly important messages that are meant to reach you. Remember these when times are changing, and stay still. My dear pile number 2, stay still. You're going to be given a great or benefiting with a great advantage, and also a lot of love within your community. My dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see. I wish you the best of luck with that. And if you've enjoyed your reading and victory, all the best of that with that, by the way, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I also just suddenly heard rising power. Wow. Okay. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. I just also remembered, please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you wish to and can. It would be really a great help for me. Thank you guys. Wish you the best again, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at 2 highly important messages that are meant to reach you right now. We will be, in fact, pulling out, I feel it's the other way around, 2 cards from each deck for these 2 important messages. And if you're interested in the names of any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I always list them for you guys down in the description box. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the green moss agate. Your significator card is Call to Change. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Gemini, Pisces, and Aries. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, if you prefer to pick your pile using your intuition, always follow that. This is just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's take a look at your first highly important message. You've got Mars in Libra with justice. Ooh. I don't know what it is about this justice energy in every single pile. I think I'm just repeating myself. But if you've watched the 3 piles, you can see what I'm talking about. In fact, if you've been watching the readings the last couple of days, more than that even, you would have seen a pattern of justice energy coming. Right, call for change. It's a time for change, it seems, for all of us. And it's a time of great justice, it looks like. But let's see how this energy manifests for you specifically in this pile, and how things are manifesting for you. And most importantly, what are your 2 important messages with regards to that, or what you're supposed to hear. So you've got the weasel and pine with introspection. You've got resourcefulness. Defeat supernatural evil. Guys, do you see what I mean? When it comes to being a time of huge evilness, like that seemed larger than life, being defeated. It sounds crazy, but really, guys, I changed the decks. I changed the topics of the readings, and this is the persistent energy that keeps coming up. It's crazy. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. Thank you. And it looks like these are the ones standing out as well. So you've got the 9 of Pentacles. Right. Four of Swords. A final rest. For you, the 9 of Pentacles seems to be you getting resources. It might be very small to whatever that energy is, but a huge fulfillment to you. It's almost like you're getting that, what is it called when you take it with your finger? You're getting like a little feel of that energy, but for you as one person, it's a huge one. In this pile, you are getting what's happening with this universal justice or defeat of evil or whatever is going on astrologically these days. For you, the change seems to be as things fall, you're getting a scoop of that. And that is manifesting as a huge fulfillment to you, materialistic fulfillment to you. Crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. You've got the Lover's card. You being favored or feeling like you are favored with a situation like that. The Hanged Man. Your life is about to transform. Your experience of life, the heights you can go to, the breaking of limitations, who you become, everything is changing for you in this pile. And finally, let's pull out one more card. The Queen of Swords. Also the power that you will have. So, what am I seeing? I'm seeing that with the huge eye, you will be witnessing a huge moment in time of a defeat of a huge power. Some great moment of universal justice, some great moment of justice is happening. And as things are falling, as things are changing, and as the rest comes, the peace arrives. Your cup will be filled generously. And in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be easy for you to fill your cup, because as things are falling and there's chaos and still order yet to happen, your cup seems to be small in comparison to the huge thing, the huge resources that are falling, the windfalls. Sometimes during chaos, huge benefits happen. And you are going to be one of the lucky ones to have a huge benefit fall into your cup. So much so that you will really feel like you must be loved. You must be the chosen one. With the Lover's card, it's a card of choice. You must be the chosen one. You must be loved. And to you, this will put you at so much peace and so much rest and so much bliss during a time of great movement, during a time of great battle. Something about hero here. And it takes the magic sword, which is the Queen of Swords here. So this is saying something. Let me think. Swords and introspection. The sword. Something about you having an actual role during that time. Hero. Sword, introspection. There is the sword. There is something about you bringing rest, peace, mental peace during this time for yourself and others. That's perhaps the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is not hindered by her emotions, which makes me feel that somehow you have a role, like a universal role during that time, called to change. You see, you're like a hermit, enlightened person. You're like an enlightened person who will have a role in all of making sense of all of this chaos. Your role will be to give peace to others. And that's why you will be greatly loved. You might listen to this and think it's crazy, but watch and wait how things unveil. So you're helping people think and watch this energy with the weasel and think about it. See, there's light coming out of the eyes. You're really helping people see the truth, be enlightened, see the light, find balance, and you're helping find truth, you're helping find balance in truth. And somehow your message, your words is helping everyone transform and find their freedom. So you have a huge role here within this universal justice. Wow. How are you having this role? Is this like your job? Is this you being heard in your community? 5 of Wands, solar plexus. You're a confident person with great strength. You're not afraid to speak out. You're one of those people with the 5 of Wands who's not challenged. You're not afraid to speak out. Okay? So that's generally just not being afraid of speaking out and saying the truth. Wow. So up next, you're going to witness universal justice. You're not going to be afraid of speaking out. You're going to be greatly blessed as these changes happen. You're going to have your cup filled. You're going to be at an advantage, like something like in the right place at the right time with your cup ready, and you get huge advantage of this turning of events. And you will use your voice, your mind, your truth, your power to help others easily go through this great time of change. You have an important role at the moment, is your highly important message that is meant to reach you. And since you have such an important role, as well as, of course, you being highly fulfilled, I want to see what is your guidance in playing that role in the best way possible that you are guided to take. 10 of Swords. 3 of Cups. Look at the butterfly that you keep getting. There. Temperance. You're helping to free and liberate others, find their balance. There's something about the swords. With love, the 3 of Cups. There's something about you doing it with love, but being very cerebral in your presentation, in your speech. The blues, the throat chakra. In your speech, there is saying the hard truth, being bold to say what maybe others aren't saying, but to say it with love, the heart chakra. To speak cerebrally, to speak the truth with love. Where are you going to be speaking? Judgment. Look at you being the light here. Electricity. Some of you, it could be through the internet. Look at how you consistently come up as enlightened. Someone who's going to enlighten others. I don't know, the electricity just makes me feel, reminds me of plugging in, but it doesn't have to be. You could be the enlightened one in the room, Maybe you are a presenter, someone who presents knowledge. Maybe this is your job, like you go to places and speak. Maybe this is through the internet. I don't know, but with the Three of Cups, you'll have people gather around you, will love what the enlightenment that you have, will love what you have to share. And although it's tough love a little bit with the Ten of Swords, like speaking the truth, saying what needs to be heard, but you're really saying it with love. And you are liberating the minds of those who will be listening to you, helping them reach their potential, their power, go to higher places. The sky's the limit for them. Find their balance, most importantly. It's an alchemical process with the Temperance card, which means the people listening to you will have to do the hard work somehow, will have to apply something difficult in this situation. Like, for example, let's say you're saying, you must save, you must not buy this today, or you must think about your emotions, or you must this, you must that. I really don't know what you'll be talking about, but you will be saying the hard truths. Everyone will recognize that this is out of love, that this is in fact the right thing to do. The Queen of Swords, where did we see, is the hard truth, is the not letting your emotions hinder you. I see people saying, yes, that is the right thing for us to do. And I see people changing, transforming, finding their magic as they follow your exact guidance needed at this time. So that's really awesome. I feel like you're hearing this first highly important message because you have a huge role in it, and because your cup will greatly be fulfilled. Perhaps because of this role or not necessarily, but your cup will be filled. Okay, so that's the first thing. You're going to be witnessing something universal here. Let's see what your second highly important message that is meant to reach you right now is. So, you've got playfulness, Venus in Sagittarius. You've got the wisdom and the enlightenment. It doesn't stop with this pile. The owl and hop. Wisdom. Warmth. See power, strength, as well as warmth and love. Chaos. Didn't I tell you guys there's something chaotic here? Okay, mayhem. Confusion. No system. You see, chaos theory. Upheaval. Abstract. Disorganized. Crazy. Right. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. The Empress. It's like you have a loving role. You know, just like a mother role. Tough, strong, good example, but very loving. And although this is Venus, I feel like this is talking about your throat chakra being a key here. You've got the Six of Swords. The Knight of Wands. Courage seems to come to you very easily with the Knight of Wands. I feel like there's strength, but some form of easy flowing strength. Is easy the right word? I think. Like a kind of effortless a bit. Like effortless. Effortless strength, perhaps due to your wisdom. Because there's playfulness here. Maybe even a little fun, dare I say. You've got the King of Pentacles. And you've got the Ten of Wands. You keep also getting the end of hardship, the end of heaviness. taking the load off others with love, the heart chakra. All right, so what is your second highly important message that is meant to reach you? During that time, there is quick movement for you. The Six of Swords, a transition that will happen during that time for you. You're moving from one tree to another. Yeah, you're moving from one tree to another. It's almost like the universe is protecting you. Quick movement. Swift, I would say swift movement from one tree to another. Putting you in a safe place, and I also want to say luxurious place. And perhaps this is why courage will come easily to you. It's almost like your message is, you're the voice of reason during that time. And perhaps amidst the chaos, you find peace, you find comfort with the Empress. You move quickly, maybe even before many others. You are stable with the King of Pentacles. Perhaps this is to assist you in finding the mental peace, the mental stability with the Six of Swords, because the Six of Swords is moving from tumultuous waters to calm waters. And I feel like as you go through this transition from the tree to another swiftly, you will be able to maybe focus your attention and energy in helping remove the heaviness of others. Having the power to help others. Make no mistake, this transition will happen through your own wisdom, through first your own courage, your own power. You will have the power and the wisdom to quickly go from this to that. You will have the mental stability to recognize, oh, this is not right, let's do this. So you're going through that experience on your own first. And you're moving through it quickly. And perhaps you will use that experience with a King of Pentacles, that stability, to inspire and help others do the same during that time of chaos. So it's like with playfulness, I feel like it's also Venus and Sagittarius. It's travel, movement quickly. You're like, oh, look what's happening here. Let's do this. Let's do that. There's a lot of wisdom in your pile. Foresight to recognize things quickly, to recognize the opportunity, to recognize where you should be, where you want to go there quickly, and feel powerful, to have the courage to do it almost easily. In fact, dare I say, there is a little bit of excitement as you go from this energy to the other, from one tree to the next. Libra is air energy. So maybe the open-mindedness, the enlightenment, the open-mindedness to go, I'm not going to be stuck to this tree. I can always move. And you're not putting much thought in the past. You're putting your focus in the now and the future. What's right, what's not right, what you should let go of easily, what you should focus on. Very hermit energy, very like full enlightenment mode. That's the right thing. Let go of this, do this, and let's get the benefit of this situation as we're moving. Let's or as things are changing here, let's make use of this. Let's do this, let's do that. Such swift energy. And you, as a result, will be using this great experience to help free others. So your second highly important message is expect a lot of change in your life to happen that you will be making. you will be making with excitement, with a lot of foresight, with a lot of wisdom and a lot of power. Only once you get to the other side will you go, whoa, what did I do? I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did this masterfully. Oh, I must. You will have this passion of, oh, I must tell others. Look at how these are like, that can't be a coincidence. You will feel a lot of pride, but also love in wanting to share that with others. I must let others know about this and how to transition as well. This will be a huge bliss for you in how you act and how you help others act. Wow. This experience will be life-changing for you as well as it will be life-changing for others. So I want to ask, what's this other tree going to be? Is this like location? Is this move of jobs? Is this, what is it? What is moving, jumping from one tree to the other and even being ready to jump to the next? So what are the trees representing in your reading, and what is your movement presenting? Tree, your movement, King of Swords is the tree, Eight of Swords is the tree, Five of Pentacles is the tree. So your movement, Emperor, Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So the tree seems to be you not being attached with the Eight of Swords, to lack mentality of the Five of Pentacles. You being strategic with the King of Swords, going, right, I'm not going to be afraid and be attached to something that is obviously breaking. Let me try to make the best out of the situation and do this, do that. Why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? And you're making some winning actions here. So it's not specifying where in your life this is going to be, but what it is specifying, the trees represent your safety. You're not being attached to a safety that is obviously breaking. You can recognize that, hey, if I stay here, it's already breaking. Why am I doing that? The winning act is to move from this. And you will succeed in very quickly getting to something even better. And you will have fun doing that. Your movement is power, the Emperor. Power and stability, Two of Pentacles. I see you moving from one thing that is breaking to another. Seven of Swords. Escape. You're escaping something. Escaping something that is breaking to get into something that is, with the Emperor, stable. So you're moving from something that's breaking to something that is stable, to escape what's not working. As you make this transformation and as you make this move, you get a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits. You're like, whoa, look at that. I get the benefit from this, I get a benefit from that, I get a benefit from this, and your cup is filled and you are full of resources. You have so much resources. So you leave the old lack, and as you're transforming, you're getting a lot of resources and moving to something stable, escaping this whole chaos. You land there and you go, listen to me, people. Listen to me, family. Listen to me, friends. Listen to me, everyone. Whatever your role of enlightenment, where it's going to be, a source of enlightenment. The lamp has a switch. So if people switch you on, so maybe you're on television for some of you, or maybe even on social media, or it doesn't have to be. You could be in the same room with others. But in any case, you will use that experience to enlighten others. It's like, hey, don't worry about it. Do you see that chaos? You don't have to go through it. Do this, do that. That's the hard truth. It may be painful to hear, but I'm telling you, on the other side is your freedom. You can do it. And people are listening to you, and they're moving to the other side, liberating themselves from a lot of heaviness. What a reading, my dear pile number 3. But yeah, look out for some major changes, and right away you're lucky with this change. You get a lot of benefit, and you're having fun doing it as well. So and then acting as a light, being a light for others. My dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see. In fact, your significator card is call to change. You change. This is your call for a change, and you will be the call of change for others. So my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see as your 2 highly important messages that are meant to reach you right now. Oh, before we go, I'm thinking, should we look at timing? Are we allowed to know timing? Let's ask. Are we allowed to know the timing? So maybe you're ready. And what's the timing, please? Thank you. 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. Maybe 6 to 7 months, 6 to 7 weeks. Second half of next year? I think so. Perhaps this great role is going to happen next year for you. I'm glad we asked. And perhaps you're just meant to know about it to be prepared for something like that from now. To prepare yourself that at some point next year. Is this next year? Let's just confirm it. I really feel like this is next year. Ace of Swords, the new year. Yes, I really feel like this is next year. Second half of next year. Prepare for a major change in your life. And I believe you are meant to know about this right now, because as you are aware of it, you get this information now. You know that maybe there are things that you need to think about, prepare for that time. This turned out to be like one of the most important thing in your reading. It's a time for you to go introspect and think about this now, because there's great changes up next year in your life and maybe even others. It may even be actually beginning of next year. Some of you it's the beginning of next year, some it's in the summer, because 7 minus 6 is 1 and we've got 1 here. So yeah, it could be the beginning of the new year. So don't worry about it, my dear pile number 3. This whole reading says you're going to be so blessed. Just go introspect. Think about these changes, what you want to be ready with now and everything, so that when the time comes, you're flexible and you're able to make that grand move easily. So, my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see. I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, all the best of luck. I know you're going to create some huge accomplishments here in your reading, and you're going to have like-minded people around you. This is what I see for you. It's a time of change. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.